First, Mabrouk, welcome to the show. You are co-chairing this unique conference that's taking place now in Tunisia. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so this is the 8th conference of the Harvard Arab Alumni Association. This is an annual conference, and the first time it takes place in the region, in the Maghreb region. I think the first objective of this conference is to demystify the admission to Harvard, and that, for me, it's really the most important thing, to let Tunisians know that yes, they can apply to Harvard. It's not easy, but yes, they can apply and they can get accepted in Harvard. So we will have during one day a series of seminars, conversations, and at 6 p.m. tonight, we'll be joined by 150 students from different colleges and universities, and we will present the admission process to Harvard.
You're one of the very first Tunisians who graduated from the Harvard School of Government. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience there?
About my experience, okay, the Kennedy School is actually the most international school in Harvard University. There is about 80 to 90 countries represented. If you are interested in being exposed to one of the most, unique, amazing people in the world, people that are dedicated to public policy, if you are interested in knowing about different reforms taking place in different places in the world, the Kennedy School is really the right place to apply for. I was there in 2008 as mid-career for Master of Public Policy, Public Administration and Public Management. This is a one-year program where you learn, and you can choose actually among hundreds of courses, the ones that you are interested in. So, for example, if you're interested in economy, in environment, in all the different topics that are important for public policy, you can choose among all these courses. So that's what I did in 2008, and I stayed there for 1 full year, and so I get my master from the Kennedy School.
You were there as a Tunisian, but also as an Arab, obviously. How do you see the Arab group or the Arab influence, I would say, on campus when you're in Harvard?
We are very underrepresented in Harvard, and Jorge Dominguez, who is the vice provost of Harvard, who came to this conference, said it today. Among 20,000, we are no more than 100 in Arabs on campus, and this is unacceptable and unnormal. Tunisians in particular, we are very well represented when it comes to French universities. At Polytechnique, which is one of the leading engineering schools in France, I think among 20 foreigners, we have on average every year 10 to 11 Tunisians, which is really great and a high percentage. It's not the case in America. One of the reasons, and it has nothing to do with the level of our education. I think it has to do with demystifying Harvard as a leading or a great university, demystifying the fact that you need to be the financial, for example, constraint. No, finance has nothing to do with studying in Harvard, because when you apply to Harvard, they do not see. It's a blind application. I mean, they don't have access to financial conditions. Once you are accepted, they will look to your financial conditions, and then if you cannot afford the tuitions, which are very high, in fact, Harvard will take its responsibility to fund or to found who will scholarship or who will fund your tuitions. So demystifying, this is all about demystifying the fact that yes, Tunisian can go to Harvard, and it's possible.
You have some very interesting profiles who came all the way to Tunisia to speak to the audience that's participating to this conference. Can you give us a brief summary on what would be the highlights of this conference?
We believe, when we thought about the program and we thought about this discussion, we thought about how to engage across Arabic discussion about the path to transformation, about the transformation. We know today that we are in it's a clear transformation. Doing business tomorrow will be different from the past. Education will hopefully be different from the past. Politics will obviously be different from the past. So we are in a complete transformation of our society. We are in a complete transformation even in our relation with the rest of the world. So we try to focus on education, on the legal. We have a legal panel to discuss the challenges to implement in our legal system to support this transformation. We are a panel on business. We will have, among the people who will be speaking, we had Mustafa bin Zafar speaking as a key, distinguished speaking this morning. We have Tariq Youssef, who is the preeminent thinker, Libyan thinker. He worked he's an economist, worked with IMF. We also have Ghazi El-Ghairi, Tunisian constitutionalist. We have Amira Yahyawi, great civil society activist. So we have a mixture of different figures, people from different background and sectors that will engage together and try to start discussion. And I hope that it will be a starting point and that the discussion will last after this conference.
I'm seeing that this conference is open to also graduates who studied at American universities, but not only in Harvard. Do you believe in the power of such a group to influence policy in the Arab world?
I think that, I believe in diversity. I think that we need to, one of our assets here in Tunisia is that we have real diaspora. Tunisians are everywhere. We are very well prepared to master, and actually we know exactly how things are organized abroad. So Tunisians who studied abroad definitely will play a major role in our relation with the United States, in our relation with other countries. As I said in the beginning, this is a complete transformation. Even our relation with the rest of the world will be different in the future, and I believe that this community will play a major role in this new relation.
Harvard is meeting in the region, but also they organize meetings in Boston itself. How do you feel we could make this function better and get to a bigger audience than the one that is just attending the conference today?
There is different objectives. One objective, the objective of this conference is to get Harvard to the Arab world. So we are here to our audience are Tunisians, youth and politics. There is another objective, which is getting the Arab world to Harvard or to the United States. Yes, definitely, I think that we must strengthen our presence there. We must be present in different forums and conferences that take place at Harvard, but also in the other universities and think tanks.